No Slack in the SWAC podcast. I'm checking in this morning, man. Recapping the North Carolina Central versus Southern football game on last night. Uh, North Carolina Central came out with a victory, 31-14. Um, Tight game the first half, man. I think the score was 17-14 in that first half. And second half, North Carolina came out there, shut Southern down in that second half, and shut the doors on them. Man, it was a really good game. I thought Southern was gonna give them a little better showing than what they did, but they didn't. But it's a lot of things Southern got to address with this loss. Really, a lot of things they got to address with this loss. But you know what I'm saying? There's always room for improvement. Always room to be better. They got Valley next weekend, so you know what I'm saying, that's gonna be a tough opponent. If they don't watch out, it could be a potential trap game for Southern. And we're gonna gotta kind of recap what happened on last night. Feel free to drop your comments and let me know what your thoughts about the game and how you felt about it. And man, we'll try to jump right into it, man. Now, Cameron McCoy was the first quarterback to start out for Southern last night, man. He, former Jackson State Tiger transferring, uh, came in the game, hit that big long 69-yard run. Man, I tell you, I think, in my opinion, I feel like he should play wide receiver or running back instead of quarterback, just because based off how gifted of an athlete he is, in my opinion. Uh, Trey Holly hit a long 80-yard run in the second quarter. Man, everybody been talking about how good Trey Holly was and is, and he kind of proved that last night. Whenever he gets a good hold, he can be a home run threat, and that definitely showed. That definitely showed last night. Uh, to me, Southern became one-dimensional in this game. North Carolina Central did a good job neutralizing Kelby Givens last night. They made Southern one-dimensional, kept them from really passing the football, even though Cam McCoy did hit them in the hand several times. They dropped some passes and everything. But, you know what I'm saying, Southern offense became one-dimensional in this game. It seemed like they was just constantly trying to run the football. It looked like an inside zone, and it seemed like it's a recurrence from last year that they back into their old ways, just trying to run the football and not having very much of a pass offense. Now, the defensive side of the ball, Southern got dominated at the line of scrimmage, man. They really got whooped in the trenches, man. North Carolina Central offensive line was moving them guys, man. I'm talking about pushing them all back in open up them holes for that running back, which number one for North Carolina Central, man, that dude a dog, bro. Real live dog. I'm talking about he was running that rock. I think he had like 170 yards rushing last night. My man Chris Mosley, man, yeah, Chris Mosley looked really good for North Carolina Central. And man, they did a good job neutralizing Kelby Givens. Kelby Givens was really a non-factor in that whole game, man. You know, everybody was talking about how good, you know, Givens is, which he is, but they did a fantastic job taking him out the whole. I don't think Kelvin Givens didn't have a one tackle, two assists, you know. So I mean, he forced a fumble too, but and then that was it. You know, Givens was definitely quiet. On the defensive side of the ball, though, I'm gonna give praise. I like my boy Mike Jones Jr. at linebacker. Mike Jones Jr. at linebacker, he looked really good, really good. I even like Lil West, the transfer they brought in for Southern at cornerback that playing that nickel. He looked pretty good too. But man, Southern just didn't on the defensive side of the ball just didn't give. They didn't make Walker Harris think a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't really nothing, in my opinion, that was that spectacular. It was kind of North Carolina Central running to the left, then to the right, and right up the middle, and they was just having their way with Southern. Walker Harris, he was sitting back there pretty comfortable in the pocket. It seemed like Southern couldn't get no kind of penetration back there to make him uncomfortable. But shout out to the offensive coordinator, man, for North Carolina Central, man. He came out there with a pretty good game plan and took advantage of Southern's miscues. I think they did a really good job with that. He was really he wasn't in his bag, but they did just enough, in my opinion, to win the game. Southern quarterback Jalen Woods came in that second half. I think he was suspended due to possibly missing the bus from what rumors were saying. But I think he's going forward. I think that he needs to be the quarterback. I think he needs to be the quarterback going forward. He looked really good in the pocket. He looked kind of comfortable. He made some really good throws. But if you could have put Jalen Woods and Cameron McCoy together, man, you got a hell of a quarterback, bro. If you can give Jalen Woods McCoy legs, man, he'll be a dangerous athlete on the field, man, and be something special. But going forward, I think Jalen Woods is definitely the one that they need to go with. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like the receivers felt more comfortable with him at quarterback because I think McCoy problem is sometimes I think he can't read defenses. And now he throws a really good deep ball. Really good deep ball he throws. And he could put it on the money, but it seems like when it comes to those short to medium throws and going through his progressions, I still think he needs a little work. And hopefully maybe Southern can, quarterback coaching can clean that up a little bit. But also, too, I felt like they should have used the tight end a little bit more, man. You got a guy like Dupree Fuller, first team all SWAC, tight end. He didn't get the ball enough to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was because he wasn't getting open or anything, but a lot of times the tight ends in the SWAC conference, they be open. But I think that's something they should have utilized a little bit more. But Southern just got, I think they just got kind of outmatched, outcoached last night. They didn't make very many adjustments last night during the game, first half nor the second half. And I was surprised. I thought they would have made some more in-game adjustments, but they didn't. So hopefully when they play Valley, they'll clean up some things and make some better adjustments, because if not, they could walk into Intervena. They don't play right, they could have an L. And then you don't know what Valley bringing to the table, man. They ain't very much press or anything coming out of there. So the element of surprise is definitely there. So yeah, man, Southern Southern got a lot of things they got to clean up. They got bullied last night, and hey, but some positive thing, they were able to run the football. They ran the football really good. Mike Franklin looked really good. Transfer for Jacksonville State. Trey Holly looked pretty good too. Sometimes, when Trey Holly hit that big long run, I didn't understand why they didn't put him back into the game while he was hot. I don't know. But I'm not a coach. I'm just a fan and a fellow podcaster. So I ain't in that situation, so I don't get paid to do all that. But it's definitely all good. Definitely all good. But man, it was definitely a winnable game. Definitely a winnable game, man. I think if Southern might could have possibly caught two of those passes that went in the end zone, and if the receiver helped out, the game might could have been possibly closer than what it was. Could have been a possible 31-28. Lost still, but it would have been a whole lot closer. But man, at the end of the day, this game could have been won, but I think lack of preparation and coaching is the key thing that was in this game that just kept Southern from getting that victory. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, maybe next week they'll make some adjustments, make some things look a whole lot better and everything. But I ain't gonna hold y'all long, man, on this beautiful Sunday, man. I hope your Sunday and this week is gonna go good, and I make sure y'all like, subscribe, leave some comments, man. Let me know what you think about the game, what you think Southern may look like going forward, because they was a projected number one in the West, but last night they didn't look the part. So let me know your thoughts. What you think? Let me know something in the comments, man. If you got a different opinion, hey, feel free. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing but positive vibe. We just talking SWAC ball over here, man. It's finally here. We have some real SWAC ball, and week 1 coming up. We got Bama State taking on UAB. Alcorn taking on Northwestern State on the Thursday night. I think there's some really good matchups, man. And I'm gonna be back with y'all. We're gonna do some little week 1 previews and talk a little ball with that. So yeah, but this is Jamie G. I'm out. I'm gonna catch y'all on the flip side, bro. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe to the channel, man. I'm back and going full speed.